A lot of deliberation over this one.
Yeah, it's pretty important. So they might put a tice in, and I expect Pete to. So we haven't seen Helen shoot from out in that position, so that's the only problem with putting her out there.
So Pete's just got eyes for the hoop.
Yep, as he should. Comes in beautifully.
He's coming in for the
beautiful shot.
The block, but I'm a bit worried about that shot with yellow being so close. That's the only.
Oh, he was so straight. If he'd hit it a little bit harder, it would have been through the hoop.
Yeah. And they do like going for the long jawsy shot in New South. So it's.
Well, Pete teaches it, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I would have thought he'd be a bit more on the hoop there.
So Edmonds missed that. He went for a soft clearance, so he changed the sort of the pace at which he hit there, and it not only changed the pace, but it changed his accuracy. I'm not quite sure why he hit that so much softer, because it was still so hard that his ball wouldn't have stopped around the hoop. It would have still gone.
Well, I think centre ball was. He wouldn't have gone dragged that far. So, but he's.
So Helen's been clearing pretty well from what I've seen of the game she's played. She's been very accurate with this sort of length in terms of clearance, but because she tends to clear on that distance rather than shoot.
Yeah. So if Pete can get a nice little block here for yellow shooting through blue, where
he should
Australia.
He can get a block where he can still run the hoop too, which is a good thing.
They're not really looking at that line though. They're looking at
looking
at red and
worrying.
I wouldn't be worried about red. I think I'd be getting on Edmund's line. So
yes,
they're having they keep looking towards red though. So or maybe they just figure Edmund's going to hit. So let's make sure I'm there to run the hoop when he does.
Right.
So he's not going to miss two in a row.
And if you put it dead straight in front, then he's just going to hit dead straight into the other ball.
Yep, so nice little double up.
Yep.
Edmund's got to pick one or the other. Sometimes you don't have to be too tricky, just get close.
Yeah, that's right. You keep coming back in front, eventually you should get a shot. That didn't come out of that rough patch. It didn't come out too well. It was bouncing.
Yeah, he didn't really take relief there either. I mean,
I came in about 3 inches, but
Felix has been quite strong on taking it. And
absolutely,
they've all been doing it, especially on court 3. But Edmund doesn't seem too phased. He plonks it down, hits it. He's quite happy. So. Judy for 3 hoops in a row for Australia to take the lead, and she does it.
She does it. So now we're 1 in front.
So that's a great comeback from being 3-1 down.
Yes.
To being 4-3 up. That's a fantastic sort of transition there. Helen, of course, is onside after hitting black earlier.
She's left that a little.
Hello everyone, Rachel G here again.
Yeah, we've just
Giving Terry a bit of a break.
given Terry a bit of a break. He was complaining about the cold a bit too much, and I'd much rather be up here with Rachel.
Oh,
we
thanks,
can cuddle up here. Yeah.
I did bring an extra pair of socks and an extra jumper in
that's
preparation
right.
today.
So Will's at work, so you've got. I'll try and put his accent on a bit later. So, so that's pretty. You've come at a good time. It's Australia's just made a good comeback there. So they were 3-1 down. They're now 4-3 up.
Nice bit of bias there.
Wow. Well, none of the Kiwis want to come up and have a chat. So we'll get
I did ask
I
Alice
know.
if she wanted to come up and.
No, there's a few in the crowd, but I think it is the coldest part of the ground where we are in the crow's nest. So I think even the frozen Kiwis are smart enough to stay inside near the heater at the moment.
How are the players dealing with the wind today?
They're going right. It's been off and on, so it's just been little bursts. So whereas yesterday it was just constant for hours, today it's sort of you've had little patches of wind. So I don't think it's been as we speak, the wind just suddenly picks up. So
Always the way.
you brought the cold with you again. So,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, the sky's looking a bit grey as well. But
And Judy goes for a longish hoop to really put the scoreboard pressure on New Zealand there.
yeah, we didn't see very many long hoop attempts yesterday.
But with Pete promoting her, it's pretty much the shot that she
Yeah.
needed to take.
Is this going to be a draws or just time? Yeah, this must be going for the draws, right?
Yeah, she's a bit angly, but
Oh, and it's gentle. That's all right.
and yeah, they got all of the front of the leg there.
Just black, I guess. Just a nudge on yellow. Doesn't need to go. Oh, that's.
And he's sailing past, so this leaves Edmund with the hoop shot to level it for New Zealand.
So Edmund looked like he was a little bit unlucky in the last game with those
Yeah.
two PLs at 8 and
Yeah.
9.
Well, I think the first one he was sort of, oh well, that happens, and he was a bit chirpy. But the second one, you could see he really got a bit down on the second one. The second one he was very unlucky to, and you just you can see the angle of his mallet in his hands. He's got the
That's nowhere near the
pointing.
hoop, is it?
yeah, and he's not holding it straight. He's got quite a bit of twist on it, but.
Does he normally have quite a straight swing? Or?
I'm not the one to ask. Maybe we'll get some intel from the Kiwis later, but no, it just seemed to be that he had the mallet twisted a little bit. He's just on the sideline now, trying to practice and bet in his swing again. He doesn't look overly that happy at the moment.
Fleur and Greg are still in it in game
They
one.
are
6-5
on
down, I think they
the
are. aren't they?
marathon, that's right. And Greg did a great shot just before to Croquet Fleur into Sonia's ball to clear her out the way.
Oh, nice.
So, but Sonia has come back with a attempted block on Fleur clearing Felix, but she didn't quite get there. Fleur's got the Croquet.
Not the distance, though.
No.
So that's probably, 7 or 8 yards, Felix? Maybe a little bit longer.
So it should be bread and butter there. Although he doesn't like how close red and blue are to each other, so he's
Just got to
he's
cross your
scratching his head
fingers and hope for the best, haven't you?
yeah.
I mean, they are 6-5 up, though.
They've got the lead, that's right. So they can afford to be a bit leery.
Okay, so Edmund's gone to have a look at that. A little bit angled, but it's probably still running.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's a
must be.
runner. Yeah, he's pretty certain he did get the wire from Edmund's ball, or Judy, sorry. So,
Yeah,
he's
that looks
looking-
nice, doesn't it?
yeah,
So you can't quite see yellow here, but it's off screen. We think it's wide from blue.
so red probably has a touch of blue.
Yeah, where's that? That's on the side.
Red's a bit wider than Edmund in corner one.
It's not nice, though, is it?
So yeah, blue's actually a really good shot. That's
That's the spot on the lawn you probably choose to put it.
puts a lot of pressure on. And Felix does clobber Greg on the other court with a nice clearance, leaving Sonia perfectly in front. So for
So-
Australia to stay alive on court 3 or court 1 on the first game, Greg needs to get a half court shot.
In the middle, ideally.
Well,
He's hit quite a few though. He hit.
he's been doing well, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like there's quite a bit of discussion on lawn 2 about what Red's going to do. The Aussies are having a chat as well about what
Yeah, well, Edmund's
their
asked
next shot's going to be.
should go in, so maybe Edmund does have yellow does have a little bit of blue.
Or perhaps they're just going to
or
go in
they're
jumping
thinking
position
that
and
it's- yeah, I think that's why he was.
concede the.
I think that's why he was wanting it to go a bit softer. And Greg gets the Croquet. Once again, not the distance, but it denies the shot on goal. So
And Blue's not gone completely off. Blue's still within 7 or 8 yards of hoop 12, so it's not been lost completely, Rich.
So they might be in for a 3-hour game over there on court 1. So thankfully, that's not the one on camera at the moment. But it's been there's been a few missed shots, but the hitting's been pretty elite. They've been hitting each other all over the place. So yeah, they shot themselves in the foot a few times, but they've pulled some great shots out to extend the game slightly.
Yeah, Yellow's just playing into position. Ooh, a little bit short. So we noticed some. We had some unlucky shot, well, some interesting unlucky shots around that hoop yesterday. So I'm not sure how much the hill might have affected black and yellow there actually.
Yeah, it tends to go, well, as we're looking at the screen, left to right quite a bit, but when you're coming down from hoop 7 down to 8, it moves. But this is probably, court 2 is probably the one with the most lips and rolls. And
So how, I was going to say, because the 4 lawns at the front that we're looking at currently, so we're looking at the bottom right, as you'll see it from the clubhouse at the moment, they've been redone recently. How long are they out of commission while they were being redone?
they've only just had them back up and running for last month or 6 weeks. So we were here for a competition in February, and they weren't in use then. So they were using all the outside ones. So they were, it was basically sandpit then. So they're not quite where they should be, but they're good enough for long enough, and there's enough little rolls to make it interesting as well. So.
Okay, so it looks like the Kiwis are having another chat here. Blue looks quite nice, and she looks like she's taking the clip off for a jump.
Yeah, going for the jump. So they might be concerned that yellow's a little bit close for the jump over blue if she takes out black, but
yeah, it depends. I mean, I don't like them that close, but I've seen quite a few players just hop them over. But I mean, she can't really do anything black, can she? That's the problem.
Because the problem is if Pete clears yellow way back, this might be their only shot at it.
And I was going to say, it looks like Pete's been, I mean, other than that last one that he missed, it looks like he's been playing quite well, and he's been hanging around and getting near the middle.
She got it up, and
little nudge on blue, but probably not far enough.
It's still a tough clearance for Pete here as well, because he doesn't want to clobber yellow into the back of blue.
Yeah, I think but if you go quite fine on the left, you can get off towards 9. You can probably get a nice spot on on our boundary behind it, and we saw one yesterday which just sort of hilled into the hoops. So I think there is a hill impacting that clearance if he manages to get the cut right.
Yeah, well, it's brand new hoop holes, and Kevin Beard spent a lot of time.
Really, brand new last night.
Not last night, but before, just only a couple of days. So, so they shouldn't be too hilly as yet, but they've only moved it just slightly sideways, so there is a bit of a mound from the previous hoop holes. And we did cut and roll last night, so hopefully that's sped them up a bit more.
Oh, that must have taken quite a long time. So I was going to say we're using all 8 lawns for the singles.
For the singles this afternoon, yeah.
No, it's great the amount of time that Kevin and the rest of the team have put in here, getting the lawns and hoops and everything set for this event.
Pete's, he's managed to cut yellow beautifully, but he's put blue through at the same time. So that's a score for Australia, so 5-3 up.
Oh, look at the position of that yellow.
But he has unfortunately put yellow directly in front of hoop 9.
I'll take this hoop, thank
so
you.
Edmund can take the hoop, which he does. So that's 2 rapid hoops. too fast for the scorers, so that's another one for New Zealand, so 5-4.
Yep.
And, well, that all happened very quickly, didn't it? So.
Yeah, and I think, so people struggled approaching hoop 10 from around this sort of spot yesterday, and I think, I mean, look, Red's got no approach at all, has it?
It really, really drifts away from the hoop towards where Edmund's ball is, so.
That looks like it's gone a little bit wide, which is where
you
I'd
need
be
to
aiming.
go
That's
a lot more to the right than that. You almost need to be hitting towards the light pole. It's
maybe Jaws ball. Not at all easy, but I don't think Red's got anything.
I don't know whether Edmund will
Red
leave her there though. But
this looks nasty. You're probably lucky to get it. That's a great shot.
Yeah, and the hill drifted away a bit, so.
Yeah, that's a great shot from where she was.
So I think Pete will be. Yeah, he's aimed it a lot more right than Judy, but he's hit it short. He's hit it.
Yeah, they. I mean, we saw a few yesterday that looked like they've been tonked and they just died.
That is well short. Yeah.
Blue's a threat though. I mean, I think Blue might be Jaws ball from there.
But it is Australia, 2 balls kind of in front, and New Zealand 2 not quite there.
Yes, I think I was going to say at the moment. Who do you reckon favourites for this one, Chris?
Well, yeah. It's.
Don't want to jinx it.
Well, before Edmund got that last hoop, it's. They've both been a bit scratchy, but they've both had some good hits. It's been very even, so.
No, it has, and I think that's sort of
too early to call.
I think that's probably.
I'll sit on the fence.
A good. I think that's probably a good assessment of the event so far. I mean, the first test was pretty close, wasn't it? And we had a lot of close games yesterday. Just bounced off the wire there.
Yeah, not an ideal spot.
No, and I think it's blocking black or whatever black.
Yeah, well, I think
had.
Black's only got eyes for yellow now, so it's. But whatever Black does with yellow, it's going to leave a bit of a backboard there. So he's.
Yeah, he's only clearing him to the short boundary though, so I think.
And he's got the blue as a backboard through the hoop, so it's going to be quite a.
Yeah, you got to be
dangerous transition there.
Yeah, a little bit careful where you put yellow if you're clearing that to that boundary. This blue into the hoop's quite a big target from over there. Is this a hoop shot by Greg on lawn 1 or clearance on red? He's taking his time.
Yeah, he's taking his time because he needs to get a cut if it is a clearance. They're still battling over hoop 12, so Kiwi still 6-5 up. And he's got the cut on red. Once again, not as much distance as you would have liked.
Losing blue and it bouncing back off the concrete onto the lawn. Yeah, so it's a bit of a sort of test recap. We're currently on day 3 of the event. We are on test 2. At the end of play yesterday, Australia were leading 3-1 after the first round of mixed doubles. And we're now playing the first round of Wednesday, day 3.
Yep, so round 2 of the test.
Saturday.
round 2 of the test. Yeah, it's a odd format just to fit in with the time that was available to do day and a half tests. So it was a very odd feeling for the team yesterday, halfway through the day, to have lost that first test and then to come back and start the next one. And at the end of the day, you've just won the first round, but you've also lost a test in the same day. So it's very, very odd feeling in camp of you're kind of happy but you're sad at the same time.
Yeah. So they did have a reasonably long break over, or reasonably long.
Yeah, there was kind of an hour to reset, and a lot of the players from both teams were sort of saying, no, we really want to have a not just a lunch break. We want to, totally reset and rethink and go again.
Well, he didn't go for the clearance on blue, just went for position.
No, he did. So that's going to leave, I'm assuming red can only really draw, so it'll leave an easy shot for blue on yellow, I think.
I'm not sure red can even get to the draws with blue there.
Yeah. Well, it's blue to play, so I think blue would be
of course.
stunning yellow.
Yeah, you don't want to stop dead though, do you, with red there?
No, you want to have a little bit of drag, but
I think especially I was going to say if it was Pete playing blue rather than Judy, I think.
But you probably wanted to be either in a jumpy or a bit sidey just in case, because Pete will be happy having a hoop shot from there, regardless. But if it's a ball in the way, then he probably won't be happy having a hoop shot from there. So yeah, red has to get in the jaws here, otherwise.
Yeah, blue's just too close, isn't it?
Yeah, blue's too close. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like Edmund's.
Doing a lot of discussion.
Yeah, a bit of direction about where to aim on that one. But there, I was going to say you can get some nice projections from these hoops if you go for them.
Another
some
nice
angles, can't you?
Well, we had a nice close up of Edward Wilson shorts again. Oh, she just caught
they are
the
quite
front
short.
leg.
I don't know, it just makes me feel cold seeing everyone out there
well,
playing in shorts.
He's shivering. He hasn't got much meat on him. So.
Looks like she's got the block there.
Oh,
nice
good work,
shot.
Pete. Well done. Okay, so he's got the...
That's a really strong
jaws.
position for Australia at this hoop, isn't it? Where's yellow? Oh, yellow's not going to be doing
so
much.
yellow...
So I think this is going to have to be a shot with red when it comes around to red's turn. What would you do with blue then?
Well, I don't know, is Edmund going to position hoping red hits, or is he going to remove blue just to stop blue pushing black through if they need, or sort of...
I don't... do you like that? Do you like...
I don't like it from there.
Blue peeling black?
But it depends how strong we think red's going to hit black. It's...
I don't know. I mean, has she been clearing with power? I'd say the order's not
she's
quite right.
missed a few to the left, so... But this is okay. I mean, this is...
It's a pretty tricky clearance from near the corner.
Yeah,
I'm not actually sure how much of black she's got. It looks like it's mostly this side.
Actually, it looks like Judy's either going for the block or she's actually going for the peel.
I don't like going for the peel.
I think I'd be pumping yellow now that the balls are where they are. I think I'd be sending yellow. But this will be Australia 6, which is very strong.
It will, but it means that Judy will be taking the clearance.
Yeah.
And I think they would really. I think it's I think the order for them is much better if Pete can run that hoop naturally. And yellow goes in, blue takes position, and then Pete's taking on that
Pete's
clearance.
taking on the clearance. Yeah, that's good. Good thinking. That's why I hear for special comments. And red's a bit short, but I don't know, it's drifting over.
Oh, black's through. Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That's another potential downside of going for the peel if you don't get it quite right.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's got a shot at red at all.
So it is Australia 6-4. So they did score that last hoop with Judy knocking Pete through.
Oh, this looks like it might be a clearance.
And
oh, centre ball, lovely.
All right. Well, I'm off the fence. I think it's all Australian now. So
yeah, no, I think I was going to say if you can hit that clearance and get a good centre ball contact and black hang around there, it really just swing it. But I mean, if you take that first clearance and you lose your ball off to the far boundary,
that's right.
It's you're not going to quite say so confidently, I'm back in Australia, are you? Oh, that's nice with yellow. Ooh, sort of forcing red on black.
Well, I think red's definitely going to take on black. It's time to trust your swing. It's 6 yards. So they're back on court 1. They're still scrapping. Fleur and Greg did manage to make hoop 12 to take it to a tie-break hoop. So we're into 2.5 hours on this game, which is amazing. But it hasn't felt slow. They've been
that's nice
steady,
with red.
But the quality's been there. So we're discussing this the other day about how beginner level play GC games tend to be quick, AC tends to be long because you're breaking down lots of turns. But the higher level GC goes a bit longer because people are hitting more, and then AC goes quicker, and the better you get. Sort of kind of opposite of each other a little bit.
Well, I think we've really noticed it in the UK over the last maybe 5 years that our top level events games are taking much longer, best of threes are taking much longer, and there's just more clearing. I mean, people are better engineered mallets, people are hitting more.
And Pete gets a nice clearance on Felix back on the main court here, which leaves him with the 10-yarder if he wants it. He's just weighing up whether Judy can score from there.
So I think on the far lawn behind it on lawn 3, I think it's 4 all. I think I can see 4 black clips and 4 yellow clips. So that looks like it's another tight game. So the Kiwis won the first match of that. Looks like they're probably slightly behind at hoop 9, but 4 all looks pretty close. And
this slight miss by Ellie, you might have just seen that in the background of the screen there, top of the screen. So Edwards just played the red in.
I think that might be blocking yellow though.
Yeah. Edward does like to run the hoops himself. Doesn't leave any for his partner.
Wendy ran some really nice ones yesterday. She
had a few
ran a lovely hoop 5.
She's very happy to be off camera today though.
I think everyone's going to be taking it in turns on lawn 2. So I think this afternoon we have Robert Fletcher against Felix Webby on the show lawn.
Which will be...
which we're all looking forward to.
Definitely. I think it's the one to tune in. I don't think you'd be complaining about a 2.5 hour first game on that one.
I would be very surprised if we had a 2.5 hour
no,
first game
that's
on
right.
that
That's right.
Oh, it looks like in the Greg and Fleur game we have New Zealand in the draws of hoop 13. And we have Greg lining up for a boundary jump, just off the boundary.
Be a bounce jump. It looks like it's on the line there, so it should be a full 7-yard bounce jump, pretty much straight in front. So
yeah, he had a good. He had a couple of attempts at similar shots earlier in the game. He had a couple of shots. I think a shot at hoop 9 from a similar sort of position. So we've just got red playing back into position in front of hoop 11. That's a nice position. I think blue and black probably going to be quite worried about yellow playing the clearance on blue here, so it'll be interesting to see what Pete does.
And Greg misses his bounce jump from the boundary.
So I think red's play the rush peel on yellow here to win the first game for New Zealand.
Yeah, so that's a long game. But,
yeah, they're just going to go and check the position of the ball in the hoop before they play the rush. Nothing worse than popping this out.
No, that's right. So first round of games, it's 2-all, just showing how the evenness of it all on the first games. But obviously Robert and Allison's match winners come into the clubhouse, so it's 1-0 up on matches for Australia for the day so far.
And their reward is the warmth of the clubhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe we should get them up on the commentary.
So, as we expected, we had Edmund playing the clearance on blue there, and I can't even see blue, so... Yep, there we go, right onto the south boundary, thank you.
Corner 4.
Would you be taking this clearance? Oh, it's 6-4. Wow, yeah, okay. Would you be taking this clearance? I'm not sure about this.
Well...
At 6-4?
6-4 up. Well, if you hit red, you can win the game. That's...
Yeah, it's
but I mean, you'd go halfway, would you? Or
well,
is that what you're thinking?
Maybe. I think it's worth considering. Just because red's quite likely to run it to there, and
just run that down.
And what defence have you got? I mean, I'm not even sure black can see red.
Can't see red, but you can see the hoop. And, you can get in the way.
I can, but I think...
Yeah, like I say, I mean, winning that hoop... I think, yeah, like you say, you can go halfway and then try and protect the front of the hoop 12 a bit more. But considering red had such a good runner and has managed to run down, I think I'd be trying to stop it from having such a good runner. But like you say, is that how much do you defend one hoop, potentially losing two? It's sort of
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the scoreline, doesn't it?
yeah.
And that needs to be inside red to avoid giving the flick, which it is. Ooh, probably a little bit further than he would have liked. I'm not sure that's runnable. Well, it's definitely not runnable. I'm not sure it's jawsable either.
No, it's pretty much right on the side of the hoop. So
it looks like red's going to have a hoop shot.
It'll allow Felix to come in. Well, if Felix makes good position, red will probably take on black, I think, the way she's been going. It's tends to be the way Helen's been playing. But
so I think you just put blue in here and let red have a go at the hoop, right?
yeah, and then hope Pete can hit on the way back. It's, well, I don't think blue's got much shot of on red and or yellow.
I think yellow's quite nicely in the way of blue's approach to hoop 12, though. It's sort of basically along the line that I would naturally want to play down here. So
I think I'd be getting it in, and yeah, you might get the block on red on black shot as well. So it's a little bit to the right. She's
it is
hitting Pete. You might have got Pete into a wide spot, no?
No, not quite. But black on yellow is still open. I think this is a free hoop shot, isn't it? I mean, it's probably quite easy to hit black into wide position from yellow, but I think it's a free hoop shot. I mean, that's the way she's lined up. She's lined up like she's going to play the hoop shot. I don't know if she's waiting for the nod from Edmund.
Yeah, that's right. So
there was an interesting one, isn't it? There's loads of shots that you just like naturally take without even thinking about it.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
Singles, but in doubles, there's do I need to check my partner? Yeah, it looks like. Ooh, what's she going for? I think this should be the hoop.
should be, but from this angle it looks like black.
I'm not so sure actually. Looking actually at the lawn rather than the screen.
The mallet.
Oh no.
The mallet was pointing at the hoop, but the eyes were looking at the black. So whatever, it worked. So now the big question is, does black have anything on yellow?
I think it's open.
Looks like for Pete to mark it in. It's he's looking for confirmation from the opposition.
And they're not looking.
aren't actually looking and don't really know.
I noticed that yesterday actually. That I mean, there were quite a few times when people just didn't put balls on the lawns. There weren't anywhere they were in really critical positions. But I mean, that one kind of is. I'd have thought if they were aiming for a wire, they would have been looking to see where that went off and making sure it went on. I don't think it's in the way, but I think it might be a distraction.
It's a tough shot. He's gone.
That looks
soft on it.
That's unlucky. That held a little bit into blue, I think. It looked like the line for that was quite good.
He's gone over halfway as well. So,
so this is to go 6-all.
Not sure. He's nailed that. Yep.
Which he has.
Yeah, that was.
And black is now offside because it just hit blue, didn't it?
It did, and yeah, that was.
So yeah, Pete's moving that to the far
not ideal, but here we go. Australia first ball up, and so this has been probably the hardest hoop to get in front of going to 13 because it does drift right to left quite a bit.
It does, yeah.
And it kind of runs downhill, so that it sort of accelerates away from the hoop as well.
I imagine that's probably what Pete and Judy, are talking about right now. Where to aim to try and get this ball in front of hoop 13. I don't think I'd be aiming to get too close to it with the hills and what they probably saw from some of the game yesterday that they were watching before they started their third and final game. Oh yeah, you can see where their hands are pointing. They're definitely talking about where the hills are going, I think.
Yep. Looks like 5-all up on court 3 with the Duncan Ellie game.
And it looks like Australia have played first to hoop 11.
Yeah, so.
And Duncan is taking on the first clearance with black. Not sure how good red is.
We're pretty far away, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we're at completely the wrong angle to tell, really.
So
no, that's tight position. It looks like it's gone too far as well.
That's gone too far as well, yeah. So I'm thinking red maybe just be jawsable.
I think you need to just,
Yeah,
if you
not too
play yellow into nice position, see where it ends up, because you've got that option of that really nice clearance down the lawn on black, haven't you? You can get a lot of furniture in the way on black on yellow.
Like a really... Well, here we go. Let's see what the ball does. So she's aimed at... yeah, it's going to...
Well, it's going to be in front.
But it's going to be a runner, that's right. But it really does kick away. And
It's
you can see
deep.
it start to turn there now. It's
But it's in front.
straight in front, but it is that 6 yards out from the hoop.
But she doesn't always have to take the hoop shot on.
No, she's defending the front there quite well. So, and it's going to be very hard for red to land in front. It's a toughest hoop to make position on.
I'll tell you one thing that I do quite like about this Kiwi pair is that they do tend to go and look at go and look at the balls and look at the positions and take the time to do that.
That's right there.
I think it's a good feature.
And they're generally getting the right assessment each time as well. So.
So we have Ed trying to run hoop 11. Looks like he's stuck on the far wire.
Stuck on the wire, yeah. He was trying to power it through with Duncan not being in position, and it's ended up legging it.
He's hung around though. It's not been spat off to the
That's
far
right,
side
and it looks like Ellie's on the west boundary, on the side boundary. She was trying to deny
clear
Edward's shot up there. All right, So
is he asking for a ball off the boundary?
Well, maybe he's giving her the line to aim for, because I think the ball's naturally going to go. Oh no, well she's hit it. She's hit it to go off the boundary. Yeah, so that's back of the hoop. Yeah, so it does move right to left, but not when you hit it that hard. It's yeah, she needed to putt that a bit more, I think. But
okay, so black needs to not hit red.
Yeah, that's right.
And
the best way to do that is aim at red, and you'll miss it by a metre. So.
Yeah, nice. I think that's. I was going to say the approaching hoop 13 from the halfway mark is probably quite a good spot to try and avoid hitting red, isn't it? That looks like it's a little short as well, I think.
Yeah, a little short and wide, but blue's still the best shot at the moment. So
it is. Black's quite close to red though, isn't it? So I'm not sure. Black won't be there next turn probably.
No, that's right. And Edmund's. This is going to go very close to red with the tail. No, he's just snuck it in between the hoop and the red ball. That was a little bit softer. That would have punted red up in front of the hoop.
So this is an interesting decision, isn't it? Here, what you do with blue. So I think, well, I'd be going for the hoop, but
yeah, well, it all depends on how good black is as well. It's
I don't. Yeah.
But you do have the hoop shot. Judy can do it.
How does Judy feel about the hoop shot, though? That's the question, isn't it? Thing is, if you don't go for the hoop shot, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's right. Because there's no point hitting red and getting yourself out of position.
And if you just play to tight position, red's clearing you.
Yeah, that's right. So it's all come down to the fact that black's not in ideal position. If black was just a few rolls more, then Judy has options, but she doesn't really have any options now. It's just
hoop shot.
Take it back, and
so
it's just a hoop.
Judy going for hoop 13 in game 1.
This is game 2. This is game 2. So this is for the match. So this is looks pretty good off the stick.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks like she's got it.
Might not be all the way through.
Oh, that is as...
They're going to have a look?
That is as close as being not through as you can possibly get. Surely that's
through. I'm not sure what they can do about it. I mean, red looks like if it hits blue, it's going to pull it through.
Yeah, it's through. Okay, and the players agree. It is through. There you go.
Nice shot.
Yeah. So that's it. Match to Australia.
So that leaves the total score for the test at 5-1.
Ooh. Happy days.
Good start to test 2 for Australia.
Okay, so
the 2 remaining matches that we've got, you can see the camera now panning on to lawn 3, where we're still at hoop 11.
Hoop 11, yeah.
We think the score is 5 apiece.
It's 5 each, so...
And the Kiwis won game 1.
Yeah, so Edward Wilson missed the first hoop, decent hoop attempt, and then Duncan just patted him away, and then Wendy missed her hoop attempt, which is a lot more angly than Edward's, and obviously that clearance just got missed up there, because Wendy's now back in a scoring position and about to take the shot to take the lead, which she does, and runs
it
that down
to 12 as well.
Yeah, just hit it a little bit firmer then. She's actually cooked it past a little bit. There's Robert Fletcher on screen, so he'll be on your cameras later today in the singles. So that's the big battle between him and Felix, which will be one to watch. The format has been half an hour break after the last match of the day, so the long court one battle could see the second round actually starting quite late today.
Do you think there's any chance they might peg that down after game 2 if it goes down to match each?
I don't think they would do that. I don't know what they're agreeing, but I did see the two managers and the tournament manager having a discussion earlier. I think they were quite concerned about the time running as long as it was. So they might do something like that just to keep it flowing and get that extra game in later if needed.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because I mean, we're only playing two rounds a day, two best of 3 rounds a day. But I mean, one of them's been doubles. Well, at least one of them has been doubles every day. But if there is a tie in the test, the format allows is dictating that you've got to play another.
That's right, because today is a potential playoff day. So
we could be here under floodlights.
Well. Yeah, so if that was the case, one of the matches would probably have to be double banked, because it's the playoff becomes 5 matches. So gender doubles, mixed doubles, or the 2 gender doubles, and then 2 singles. So it's so they need five matches, and obviously whoever gets 3 of the 5 wins the test match.
And is the singles matches and gender matches? I assume that's predetermined.
No. The after the event, if it does get to the playoff, the team captains will put in their list of who's playing a male single, female single, mixed doubles, female doubles, and a men's doubles. So there's 3 doubles and 2 singles, but they'll put their list in for those five matches.
Could be some interesting strategic choices if it comes down to
Yeah,
that.
because you've only got the 1 male singles and the 1 female singles, and the rest is different combinations. So
well, it's good. I think it's good that there's the majority of it, especially in the playoff, is doubles, because I mean there is a real emphasis on doubles here, isn't there? With the basically being worth the same number of match point wins as the singles.
So back on court 3, Ellie ran hoop 12, but she didn't run it super clean, so she's hampered for 13, which allows Edward Wilson to get first position up there. He's in pretty good running position, and I don't think he's going to be looking at anything else other than the hoop when he gets his next turn.
Can pan across a little bit so that we can see red up at hoop 13, please. Yep. That looks like it's nice and in front.
Yep.
Do you reckon 4 yards?
So black either has to shoot on red now or get in red's way, because blue's not going to be able to help, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
I think Duncan might be taking a shot at this.
Yeah, I think it's the...
well, I mean, if you shoot and miss, you end up on the boundary, and if Ed misses, you've got a 7-yard hoop shot.
Yeah, that's right. So, which they're all very happy taking. So.
Yeah, I think if you try and go tie in front, if yellow takes good position, red's got the option of just clearing, and
that's right.
You could be left with a much longer shot from corner 4 here.
So it looks like he takes position.
It looks like it's nice and tight though.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of both, a little bit of the block on red and tight position.
Okay, so where's Wendy going to put yellow?
Well, if she makes a good spot, bye-bye Duncan, I think. And she's hit it to the right. She's hit it long and wide. So that's probably going to get Edward all excited about doing the jump.
I don't know. We can't quite tell whether black's blocking here or not, can we? And so where's Ellie playing?
Ellie's just played to the north boundary. It's all she could do, going back through hoop 12. And Ned actually plays very conservatively and very perfectly. That's great.
Just a
He's
nice
taken
top
the,
shot there.
and he's done that. Yeah, he's pulled it back. He's done the nice stun shot. He's in front of the hoop. It's a great shot. Smart shot. He's might have even got a bit of the wire.
This looks like he's lining up for a shot at red. Maybe not.
Yeah, well, Red's a definite runner, so he's got to try and get in there and cause some trouble.
Well, he's got the same. I mean, it's the same, isn't it? Oh no, he's playing for position.
Yeah, he's backing Ellie to come through and clear out Red from the north boundary. So
perhaps Red's not a nice angle as we saw. I mean, Blue's angle on Red isn't great. There's a lot of hoop on the way of that clearance, I think. Is that position to try and block Blue's clearance on Red, or is that just a ball in front?
Ball in front.
That looks like it's just a ball in front, doesn't it? Yeah.
Ball in front. Slightly. I think I'd probably look at pushing black a little bit when you're in that spot. All comes down to this hit, which she does beautifully. Yep.
So and then it comes down to this hit, doesn't it?
Now it comes down to this hit, and then.
He got quite a good angle on Red there. I think I mean, he's got a bit of lawn to get black into, but he's got to get the right side of black to get it.
That's right. And, well, Wendy's a runner, so we just need to move that black ball.
So he needs to hit this to stay in the game, because the Kiwis won game 1. Which he does.
He
but
does.
the wrong side.
But Duncan,
still in the game, yeah.
Duncan still has to. I mean, Edward's got himself quite a bit out of position, but he's denied the shot on goal, and
yeah, Duncan's got to hit yellow.
Duncan with a hit is probably not going to be able to hold position in front of the hoop, so he's probably going to overrun it.
No, but Duncan won't be going for this hard. Duncan will just be going for this medium pace to shift yellow. So
absolutely.
Duncan's likely to still stay within clearing position, I'd expect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But he won't be a runner. I don't think he's possible to get a runner on this. But after the hit.
Hear the wind up here.
You can feel the wind popping up, and he's got the yellow, but he's
lost black a little bit.
It's come to the side bounce, so he's actually snicked it more than centred it. So this gives Australia a great chance to get back in front of the hoop. With Duncan probably an 8-yard shot to clear, 8-9 yards. Ellie even further.
Yeah, so I think yellow's probably going a little bit further back in front of the hoop than it was
just to
before.
Put that extra yard on for Duncan.
Yeah, it also makes the angle a little bit trickier as well. You're much more likely to end up being cleared to the far boundary rather than the side boundary as well. Blue goes back into position as well.
Yeah, it's gone quite deep. It's actually maybe caught the wind there a little bit. You can actually feel it on your face, kicking up a bit more.
So Red playing back in from the far boundary.
He's
where are we going to be? That looks
He's got the pace pretty good. He might have even got the block.
Duncan doesn't look like he's looking at it. So
they're not fist bumping, so it's not as good as they thought. But Duncan for the shot at yellow to seal it. And he gets it, but
that's the wrong side.
He's pushed yellow right near blue, so this will be a easy clearance on blue and leave the hoop for red. So Wendy smiling. Right, game face. There we go.
Yeah, I think if she takes this straight, she's got quite a lot of lawn that's wide from red.
And it's jumped out of the little little lip in the lawn or something. I'm not sure.
Oh dear. Right. So.
But that just.
Is she going for the hoop or is she going for red?
I think.
She's going for red by the look of it.
She's shaking Duncan off. What's she doing?
Oh, what's she telling Duncan?
She's laughing.
No? She's saying no. What's she saying no to? The hoop or red? It looks like she's looking at the hoop.
They've had really good communication, these two, the whole way through. I've been quite impressed how they've seem to have bonded pretty well as a partnership.
Oh, that's good. I don't know if they've played together before this event or not. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, does she? Not sure it. She doesn't like it. I was going to say Duncan's got a lot of experience in doubles and singles events. So
yeah, he's
a lot of playing experience.
He knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants. It looks like it's the hoop. They are a game up, so.
And well, this will be for the match, won't it? So, yeah.
Yes, it's that question of are you going to kick yourselves if you didn't take your chance to win the match at Hoop 13 in Game 2? Feel the wind. Oh, not quite. In the jaws.
I think
just out of the jaws.
I think it's popped back a little bit. So I think.
Okay, jump for red.
It's very excited. Yeah, no, he's not even thinking about anything else. He's straight off the clips.
I think you do have the option of playing the clearance if you don't like the jump. We just can't tell how close it is to the hoop, really.
Yeah, I think he's. Net'll love this shot. But he's
that was a clearance.
Yeah, I think it was an attempted jump that didn't quite come off. But he's
second prize. That's okay, isn't it? Everyone plays back.
Yeah, he's.
But New Zealand.
That's okay. But
New Zealand now got the momentum.
They've got the first bite back, yeah, because Wendy's in bad position, and this will be Wendy one good hit. So Ned's gone off to court 11 to collect himself.
Yeah, but I mean, Red's gone a long way long way down the side boundary. It's just past the halfway marker up toward slightly this side towards hoop 9. So if Duncan gets good position with Black, Red's got quite a long clearance.
Black's looking pretty good. So like I say, Duncan's been here before.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
And
a little bit of applause from some of the Kiwi spectators on lawn 2.
In their shorts. Well, they know it's important. It's get a match win in. Yeah,
I mean, I think with the current match score in Test 2 is 5-1 to Australia, so the Kiwis really need this. I was going to say it'd be good if they could wrap it up in 2 here, rather than having to go and play the third. Although it looks like the last match to finish for this round's likely to be the match we've currently got on lawn 1. So I think they took about an hour and 40.
No, it was over 2 hours. The first game was over 2 hours. Yeah, so
over 2 hours.
And they're 1-1 in the second game at the moment. So they're obviously
getting their money's worth.
That's right. And Greg's just missed a 7-yarder.
Oh, he won't be happy with that. Doesn't look like it's the end of the hoop quite though. So is that yellow? It was yellow a little bit short there on its approach.
I think so, but
blue
it all comes down to red on black now. Red on black to keep the match alive.
Yeah, they got a bit of work to do once he hits it still, though, haven't they? But firstly, he's got to hit it. So red on black.
And that's gone through.
So this will be Duncan to run hoop 13 for
and get a match back for New Zealand.
Yeah, taking the clips off.
He's just checking the hoop again. He's checked it a couple of times. Unfortunately, it is a bit sandy and a bit soft with some of the rain we had yesterday. So the hoops are, although they're being set really tight and really firm at the start, they are deteriorating quite a bit. So you might have seen on the main court after the last game, the hoop setters went straight back out there and redid everything, trying to firm it up. And Duncan gets it.
Bit of a fist bump there.
That's a match and a high five.
I think they'll be pleased about that. Chatting to Duncan yesterday, he was saying he'd not won any matches yesterday, so I think he'll be really pleased to get back on the board for that.
Get back on the board.
Yeah, and I was going to say that's a really, really important win for New Zealand at this point being.
And it's not something he's used to as well. He's probably used to having things his own way, but these.
Yeah,
but it's still solid display there by Australia, and obviously the experience of Duncan, and yeah, Ellie was very comfortable the whole way through.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to move the cameras over to the final lawn, so you can start watching the remaining match that we've got going on here.
That's Australia 2-1 up at the minute, but Felix is perfectly in front of hoop 4. Well, mostly perfectly. So Greg's going to come through on one of those Aussie Levick doubles. He's got a bit of everything. Got hoop and ball, and it's got the works. Still a very long shot though. He strikes it nicely, and it looks pretty good for the hoop. Ooh, off the outside leg.
Yep, Fleur's got the spot and putting the ball back on.
Yeah. So Fleur's wide from yellow, I think, for wide from Felix. So that's why we've. Felix is probably only a jawser though. Don't think it's an absolute runner. So
I don't know. Looks like they've had 2 shots at it. Oh, 2 shots. That's it. Oh, did black run to that?
Black's down near the blue, down near where Fleur was. So
black ran 3, did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Felix looking a little bit cold out there, maybe.
Yeah. He was the last game off last night as well. So it's the Felix Sonia game was the longest one yesterday. So he's certainly getting plenty of time on court. He's
they might have asked for slightly nicer weather conditions.
yeah.
You sort of can feel the wind chopping and changing a little bit in terms of how strong it is.
It's always a bit difficult when you look through the glass windows and look at everyone nice and toasty and warm inside and eating their toasted sandwiches. So yeah, Fleur's trying to come back a little bit wide from Felix because he doesn't have a...
I'm asking for a ref. This looks like it might be quite angled then.
I think he's asking for the hoop to be pushed in a little bit as well. So Jeff Young from New Zealand's coming out with the mallet to sort of patter it in a bit. But he was shaping up for sort of a jumpy shot to try and get some spin and angle.
Yeah, I mean, if that angle that he's crouching on the floor is anything to go by, I think it...
Because you can't come back on Fleur, so...
No, he's just got to try and get this in the hoop or through, hasn't he? Come on, give that a bit of a whack.
It's just... The ground's just very soft, unfortunately.
Yeah, looks like the ball's very marked as well. I'm taking the shot.
Yep, so he's trying to get the little
push on it.
Short, jumpy.
Yeah. That looked good.
Yeah, sounded good, looked good. Still didn't get a smile from Felix, but that's right. They'd be quite happy with that.
It got a clip, so I think he'll be happy. So we think that is 2-2 now.
Yeah, so 2-2, and Greg's off to the penalty area. Jeff's giving all the hoops a little pat on the way.
And then I think we were talking yesterday about the order and the orientation of the balls here being quite important. I think there's got to be an advantage with Felix having run that hoop.
Yeah, because he's like you say, he's the clearer next. So. Greg's going to come very close to the yellow. He's in front, but
Yeah, that's really nice position in front. Yeah, and he's asking for red to go to a position where it's well out of the way of his clearance on blue. Is that what Sonia's got? That looks like it's more or less gone to the spot he asked for. A little bit angled, probably. No, it looks much better on the lawn than it does on the screen.
So it looks like Fleur's lining up for red.
This line's kind of close to blue, isn't it?
It's going push well. Ooh.
Oh, no, the ball in between them, maybe not.
Shoots a goal between them. And yeah, well, he asked for that spot, like you said.
He did. But I mean, it was dead straight, wasn't it? It was straight on the line.
Yeah.
So